Nice little beat.
Yeah. It's got a jungle theme.
Slapping the bass.
Slap. Yes. Oh, you can freestyle to this.
Yeah, get it.
Not being paid enough.
ADGT. ADGT.
Soul.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. My name's Steve Schaefer. And I'm Cody Adams.
Sam Mosley.
And this is a Damn Good Time podcast. Hit him with it. On this week's episode, we're going to talk to Sam Mosley of Mosley Around. That's him right there.
Yeah.
We're going to taste Aloha Shoppers IPA from Brewdog. And then we're going to taste some Jim Beam Apple. Applicious. After that, me and Cody and I, proper grammar, we'll get into our top 5 sandwiches.
It's scrumptious.
We love sandwiches. Who doesn't?
Yeah, I mean, sandwiches are good. All kinds of sandwiches.
So, let's... Oh, hold on.
Well, he's telling some other stuff. All
right. Another song popped in there. It's all right. We'll cancel that out. So we got Sam Mosley here with us. You've heard him before. We debuted 2 of his songs on our podcast here. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, the name is evident.
Yeah.
Sam Mosley.
That's him.
Tuning in here. I guess I'll start with, yeah. No, I guess I can get along with meeting you. And
let me do one thing here real quick. I want to clear the air. Whenever we listened to those songs, all I could hear was a guitar and a singer, and I thought you were a solo act, but it is a full band. I want to clear that up. There's a full band involved.
So there's 2 members. We have a bassist and guitarist, and we have a drummer. Corey French is our drummer.
Yeah.
He's from Youngstown. That's where he grew up.
I feel like I've heard that name before.
You might have. He's around your age. He's a very critical man. He's very intelligent dude. Phenomenal drummer. And then Lyle Reed, he's our bassist and guitarist, and he can pretty much play it all. So
we all know.
So in case we fail, he'll just carry on. Yeah.
Yeah. So on those 2 songs that we played, you said there was a second guitarist in there. That was Lyle.
Yeah, that is Lyle. He's on the acoustic guitar as well. So the EP was released acoustic. I kind of wanted to build up this, climactic expression, I guess.
Yeah.
To Mosley Around. So the full album will be with our, as a full band.
Gotcha.
So I'm really excited for that. A total different feel. The songs you heard, about 3 songs on there will be on the full album. So it'll have a totally different feel to it. And,
yeah.
You won't want to just like Bleeding Hearts of the World Unite.
Yeah.
It's not so.
Yeah, because
raw and emotional. I mean, it's going to be raw and emotional.
The 2 that we heard, we loved, and they were awesome. And we just played through the other ones on Spotify.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm on Spotify.
Yeah, I'm on Spotify, Amazon, Pandora, SoundCloud, Deezer, and some other one I can't recall the name of.
Probably all the main ones.
I'm gonna start throwing you out there, but I will say you got a goddamn buttery voice, though. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Butter. I have never heard it called such a description. It's a good adjective.
I will wrap that up in bacon,
buttery,
and go to bed.
I will smother that on a piece of toast. You bet.
Put it on a baked potato.
Yeah.
No.
Someone better be throwing panties at me. I don't even care if it's the opposite sex at this point.
Heck yeah. Oh yeah.
All the panties.
Yeah.
Throw them his way. And the bandmates' way. Yeah.
Yeah, please. I don't really like all the attention because we're all it's really, we're all a bunch of leaders in the same.
Right.
So it can't get kind of hot. You
Yeah.
know? I mean,
yeah.
but it's wild. It's a definitely creative clusterfuck of individuals, and
So when
it's gonna be good.
when did you guys start this creative clusterfuck then, so to speak?
I'd say we're relatively new. I mean, I've been playing for 15 years. I got my first guitar. I traded an Abercrombie and Fitch hoodie for it.
Oh yeah.
And that's the guitar that's on
Nice.
the album cover,
Yeah.
which was really not
Where you're
mine.
holding it up in front of your naked
yeah,
body.
it was a picture, you know, obviously, and you know, I got for 15 years I've been playing, and I've never sat down and recorded any one of my songs until I got out of this relationship, and ever since then I was, you know, able to get back to doing what I wanted to do, and what made
Just
me
like finding your soul and doing what makes you
why
happy.
in the hell have I not, you know, sat there and tried to record something I made? I struggled with a lot of self-esteem issues and things along that nature, and I just never thought, you know, I was going to be able to impress anybody.
Right.
But
Well, you've impressed us.
yeah, I have. I appreciate it. I know you love the sound guy. You're not stealing him. I'm
sounds
really, that's probably what I'm impressed with most, because he went from writing, you know, rap and writing hip hop,
Yeah.
producing that, to just, that was the first time he's recorded a guitar.
Really?
And I mean, just fucking blown away,
Yeah. Yeah.
because he did phenomenal.
Nice.
Yeah, I was even thinking like it'd be cool if you brought your guitar on and played a song for us.
I was
But
thinking
I don't
about that
know.
when
I
was
don't
on the
know
way
how.
here.
I don't know
And
how
like-
it would sound through the mic, and like then you gotta like
Yeah,
drop the mic down here and like and
we'd
then,
have
and
to-
then sing into it with your.
It'd have to be a complete weird setup. We'd have to
Might need
start
a
over.
fourth mic. I don't know.
Yeah, we probably would. Who knows? I'll just have to do a show here one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do a
you
live
know.
show.
It'll be a little acoustic
We
set.
use
We'll
all
bring-
three mics.
We'll bring Lyle in. And you can,
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
throw shit at him if you'd like.
We could have it set up where the whole band and us we talk for a minute and then we cut to the band setups anywhere in this basement here with
yeah, that'd be badass.
right and
That'd be
record a
cool.
live show for the
That'd be cool. I'm
podcast. I
totally
think that'd be
down
dope
for
as fuck.
Yeah.
So
As
who?
long as, I mean, someone's getting arrested though that night. I'm just gonna tell you.
It's probably Lyle, because we'll just blame him for everything.
You'll
so
blame
it's
it on
fine.
him. Like I don't know this man. He broke into my house and started playing music.
Yeah. I can't wait till he watches this and realize that I'm like, I wanted to come here just to bash you.
Yeah.
No, I love you, Lyle.
Lyle, you know I got your back, but
Yeah.
you
You're
know.
fucked.
Oh, I have another question. Who is out of the band? I know you said you guys were cohesive as like you're all leaders.
Yeah.
And I'm not asking like who the front man is or anything, but who does more of the songwriting? Is this more of your songwriting? But then they have the lyrics are yours.
There's a couple songs that'll be on the full album that Lyle, because he's this songwriter as well.
Yeah.
He's got, and he's a composer as well. I mean, he'll rip through songs and have stuff ready for me in a day.
Yeah.
And I'm taking like, eons. But
And then all of a
that's
sudden
just
you're singing it
that's
and like
just his
he's like, no, you're off pitch. You're off pitch. Like, you're not doing it right. This is not my vision.
It can, I mean, he kind of gives me, free reign to, work with it. But if he has an specific, what he hears specifically,
Yeah.
then that's what I, then I don't want to step on your creative juices, my friend.
Right.
As for now, I have, collectively probably 3-4 albums of music I've been writing since, I was in school. I got a few poems published when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Won some contests with Mr. Linden, his creative writing class.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
That
Mr.
man
Linden.
was the best
Yeah.
teacher anybody could ask for. So, I mean, it's all collectively, because I don't have a based, set point of what I want to hear when I play guitar, I write a riff, and then,
Yeah.
I'll write words to it. And
Right.
so I don't tell them this is what I want to hear, more cowbell, fucking, can you
Right,
play
right.
any higher notes?
You're just like, hey guys, check this out, and they just kind of like riff along with it, and like, let's turn it into something.
I make it, let's just play. Like, what do you feel? And that's how the drummer Corey, he likes to be able to. He goes off of the lyrics, he likes to be able to hear it and the emotion, and he plays off the band, and that's what we're essentially. About we want to be as collaborative as possible.
Yeah, and I mean, like, no slight to the drummer, but I feel like the drummer's always kind of the one that's like, well, we got you singing and them playing the guitar and this going. So here, this is the beat that I'm going to lay down to it.
And it's not like if I wanted a normal drummer, I would just keep tempo, but I wouldn't be.
But
insulting.
he's got his creative juices.
Yeah, I wouldn't be insulting. I gotta get. He's got to get his juices expelled.
Yeah, he's got juices to add to the old juice pot.
Just let it rip. Yeah, he's really he's something else. He's a good. It's always a good time getting together, and we never said a word when we jammed first. We just started, and that's how it happened.
Kind of made sense. So you're like,
yeah,
fuck it, let's roll with it.
You have that connection musically, and that's something you want to cherish, and even if it's just for fun, because it is for fun, but damn it, I feel like the world doesn't owe me anything, but I have things to say,
Right.
I don't.
Well, and it's not to take off of you, but kind of the same thing with this podcast. Like, we kind of just want to get out there. We're doing this for fun, but hey, if we can make money off of it and have fun, then that's
certainly.
Like same with you. Like,
yeah, you guys are definitely talented.
This sounds great. This makes sense. We're having a good time playing together. But if we can go somewhere with it, why the hell not? You know?
Yeah, a lot of nights we just sit there and bullshit, and it's like, why don't we just throw this out? People listen to them; they might think it's funny too.
I'm surprised.
We laugh our asses off.
It took you guys so long. 'Cause I'm like, I saw the podcast, and I'm like, not even surprised. But where you guys been?
Right. We've just been going off air, doing it with nobody listening besides ourselves. So,
but now,
and so
we have a following.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to follow him. A good solid 60 people. We fucking love every one of you.
Hey, man.
All of you.
Yes. Yeah.
One other question. What are your musical influences?
Yes. I'm real stuck in the 90s, like grungy area. I have some Nirvana to Sublime, which is not grungy, but Blink-182.
Yeah.
It's like the photo of me. It was kind of my ode to Blink-182. It's one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
Modest Mouse happens to be my favorite band, and a lot of my guitar is really. I play like I play. I literally picked it up and just started, fucking touching strings and stuff. And, so I'm stuck in the 90s. Corey, I had him write a bio, and he said his influences are Factory Noise, and Sesame Street, and then something else. So
that's a very interesting combo.
I was like, I love it. Let's go with it.
There's some thick beats and Sesame
so
Street.
I'm pretty well rounded, but I need to get out there more, and because there's so much out there. There's so much music I haven't even began to scrape the surface of. So from the 60s to 70s, the Doors and all that good jazz. My mom, I guess, used to, play music, and I would, thump to the beat in the womb.
Right.
So it's all my mom's influences.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then the times when, you grow up and
you
find. So I've been, I was a little bit in the emo phase, and
everybody was.
it was the 2000s.
I was for sure.
Oh, I definitely partook.
Tight pants,
all
Chuck
the zeros.
Taylors.
I wore zeros.
I had the Chuck Taylors, and I had that studded belt and shit.
Oh, yeah.
T-shirts that were way too
You ever
small.
got hit with one of those by your dad?
No.
Me either, but that would suck, wouldn't it?
That would suck.
Yeah, that was.
Waiting for my kids. Waiting for my kids to grow up.
Luckily, my dad was never emo. So
Yeah. Wow. I think
he just had hands. So
my whole family. Yeah, my whole family. That's what and rings. My whole family kind of went through a punk stage, and I never really got out of it. I guess it was that skater stereotype. You know, we wore skate shoes or Chucks.
Yeah.
because that was
Chuck Taylors were awesome.
yeah.
You could hacky sack like a motherfucker with those
Those
too.
were really uncomfortable shoes, but they're like I mean, hell, I got a pair now.
Yeah.
All right, I'm still going off the cuff with some of these questions here.
Yeah.
I got what if you had to pick a favorite band, and like you said, you're stuck in the '90s, right?
Yeah.
Let's fast forward to 2000, maybe 15 and up. Is there any talent out there? I mean, I know most everything that you hear on the radio kind of sucks anymore, and I think that's a part of me getting old, personally. But is there a band out there that you've heard that
On the radio?
maybe not
Fuck
even on
no.
the even on the radio, but even underground, anything underground that's new and up and coming? Like who do you like? Because I'm actually kind of looking for suggestions here.
Well, okay. You've heard of Modest Mouse has been around for a while, and they're my favorite band. As for up and coming, I mean, Funeral Suits is a good band.
What's their style?
It's some indie alternative rock, and indie is a loose term that people throw around.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to genreize
when
anything
you say
anymore.
indie, they mean independent. Like
Right.
that's really what it is. And as for new bands, man, I really don't know because, like I said, I'm stuck. Like I've been listening to almost the same music since
Yeah.
I was a kid, and there's been a couple bands like Band of Horses, Soul Coughing. If you've ever heard of them, they've been around since the
I've
90s.
heard the name,
but,
can't peg.
the lead singer is now, he does some solo stuff. Mike Dowdy is his name.
Yeah.
I actually entered a contest through American Songwriter. I didn't win, obviously, but
Or else we'd be
but
promoting
he was
that.
one of the judges, and the lead singer to Everclear.
Yeah.
Art is his name.
Oh,
He was
okay.
one of the judges. And as for new bands, man, I'd have to look at my phone, man. I have to like bring Apple.
Oh
up
no,
'cause I'm
no
having
worries.
a
This is more just
blank
off the top of
space,
your head
but
thing.
Yeah, I'm really
Yeah, I mean,
stuck.
I'm constantly just going back to like 80s, 90s music.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
like, it's just like that's all I can find now.
I
I'm,
found
like,
my
tired of
comfort
some of
zone,
these-
you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You don't want to like venture off, but I need to as a musician and
Yeah.
to hear that.
Yeah, I'm stuck in like 2000s metalcore.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I like that heavier in your face
That's
stuff.
why Spotify and Pandora are like blessings, because just let it stream and you'll find
Right.
something. You know?
Right.
Yeah,
Just plug in your genre, or
Yeah,
you
and
have
make a channel based off a
the
band.
band you like, and then
Yeah.
it plays every.
That's how I've
and you even get
found
new shit.
a
Like,
bunch of other bands. Was Pandora
Yeah.
really opened the door for that? Open the box. Yeah.
Open that Pandora's
You're
box.
stupid.
There's a lot of there's so many. I think there's a lot of music out there.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
just
There's a
there's so
ton.
much.
Unfortunately, there's just so much. Like
Right.
some of it's just trying to breathe and breach water
And
and
there's
Right.
get above, like, to get
yeah,
seen.
Right.
And it's so hard because it's
And
so
it just gets,
flooded.
There's
gets
so
lost in the
much.
mix.
and there's not a lot of bands like really like everyone's. It's all this hip hop. These younger guys
Yeah.
and this rap, and it's a new kind of rap.
And the mumble
And they're
rapping
getting- and they're getting fucking deals, and I mean just
right.
Yeah.
and
Actually,
it's
some of
frustrating.
it's kind of good. It's catchy. It's got a tune, but
yeah,
it's not something that I ever would. I'll listen to it or I'll play it at a party because it's a good party song. But it's not like
it's made of
it's
thought.
not like that. When I sit down in my car, I want to just jam to that and drive and lose myself. There's not a whole lot of that in the mix that you hear anymore. So
yeah, it's like you want to listen to that stuff when you're making terrible decisions and drinking lots of alcohol.
yeah. Or you're trying
because
to
that's
appease,
when you can.
or
bear it.
you're at a party with like 30 people and you're the
Yeah.
DJ, so I guess I'll play this, the
Yeah,
top hits.
You're in college drinking Natural Light, Keystone.
Yeah, right.
Listen.
Although in college, drinking Natural Light, I was still listening to the underground fucking metalcore scene with nobody wanted to listen to shit that I wanted to play.
That's okay. You were that guy just headbanging in the corner.
Fuck yeah, dude. For sure.
Where the fuck's Steve? Just let him go.
Let him go. He's fine over there. He's meddling out.
You know. Yes. That shit gives me anxiety.
See, that shit calms me down.
Really?
Yes.
You should probably be on drugs.
Pop music gives me anxiety.
Yeah? I can't stand it. I mean, I want to say I respect everything except country. That gives me PTSD, but that's a different story. I can't stand. I mean, the newer, like the older actually country where it really started turning into
Yeah. Like the
know.
rebel country with the twang.
yeah,
Like,
but without the racism. That's what I kind of enjoyed.
yeah.
But it's hard to find that. So
Right.
You don't like the bro country, is what you're saying.
pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It plays when we're out on the boat and stuff a lot because it's you're out on the lake.
It's the area.
It's
got the
doesn't
summer
matter,
vibe.
Yeah.
Got that summer vibe, you know.
Summer boating vibe to it.
But most of it's pretty terrible. I mean, there's nothing to it. There's literally nothing to it.
You're right. It's
There's
John
nothing to
Deere,
it.
wife beaters, and domestic violence,
Yeah.
and alcoholism.
And they're all written by Chad Kroeger, but everybody hates fucking Nickelback, so
Yeah, and Coldplay, you get dogged on. For
I
that.
swear there are so many people out there that say they hate fucking Nickelback. They're like, well, what songs do you like? Well, like, look who wrote it.
Yeah.
It's probably fucking Chad Kroeger because that dude writes hits for sure. Like, it's weird, you know?
Oh, he's writing for a lot of the.
He
country
writes
stars?
for a lot of fucking other people.
Because Nickelback gets so much shit. He doesn't
and
want to
he-
get assassinated or anything.
And he's actually kind of, I mean,
I'm sorry, fuck off, but I like Nickelback.
Yeah.
Until they're like third. Actually, the Spider-Man movie.
yeah.
After that,
Whenever he was with the dude from like fucking Seether. Or
I mean, he
whatever
was making so much money at that point, he didn't care about
Yeah.
into his integrity.
Yeah, Silver Side Up was great.
Yeah, I mean,
And Leader of Men, that song Leader of Men was fucking amazing.
well,
And then all of a sudden the internet started shitting on him. And it's like,
yeah.
okay.
And luckily he already made it. The band already made it
yeah.
prior to being shit on.
yeah, and if they're
And
so
they
bad,
made it even more. I
if
mean,
they're so bad, why are they selling albums and selling out
right.
shows, right?
Why is
If they're getting shit on, they've made it big.
Right.
well, yeah,
You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
it gets to that point where like people are like, I don't like Nickelback, but they're probably secretly still going to the concert. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
they're like, oh, Nickelback, yeah, I'll go to
They're
that.
just
You know,
following the crowd.
They're gonna
Yeah.
sit there and be like, I'm having a terrible time.
yeah, we all grew up in that
we all
Nickelback
just
era.
want to be a big rock star. Like they're fucking jamming out for sure.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna blog about how it was so
terrible.
it was mundane and blah blah blah. Okay. One last question.
Yes.
Actually, I'm probably gonna keep
Please.
saying one last. You have a label.
Yeah.
You've got a deal, right? You want to
yeah,
talk
it's-
about that a little bit, or?
Yeah, sure. It's an independent label out of Valero, California. Excuse me, damn.
You're right.
The beers. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I got to, I'm content with. I've been so like avid about just getting my music out there. And it's not a giant label. It's not like, I mean, he is a rather large company independently, and they are on the rise. There's really only three. There's three major record labels: Universal and Warner and I can't remember the other one. It doesn't even matter.
They don't matter.
But
They don't
it's
matter.
not, I got to put in a lot of the work.
All owned by like Clear Channel and
You
all
know,
that
I-
bullshit.
yeah. Yeah, I signed a 3-year deal, and
Nice.
yeah, and I don't get paid, and he doesn't make any money until, or their company doesn't make any money until I see anything, and
Right.
and being independent is it's a lot of work,
Yeah.
and I feel like I've wasted a lot of time because I was too busy, caught inside my own head.
Yeah.
And I guess the moral of that story is just get out and do it, because I didn't
Right.
want to be this old bitter man, which I'm probably going to be an old bitter man eventually.
Yeah. Everybody will,
Well, yes,
except for old
but I didn't.
women.
Yeah, that would be awkward. But yeah, I didn't want to be mad at myself, at least,
Right.
But yeah, it's they've everything he said it's working great. And I can get myself on these platforms,
Yeah.
but I didn't pay anything.
Right. Right.
So
They'll do it for
and
you.
you're more likely to get noticed, and people are going to look at you, a little, I guess, respectively more, perhaps, or pay more attention to you if you have someone
Yeah.
backing you.
If you're not self-promoted, you have
Yeah.
an actual promo person, and
and,
shit.
yeah, I mean, it just looks good on your part, and thank God I didn't have to put all the music on, and deal with that, because I'm managing all these accounts, and that's where the picture came from for the album.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get people's attention, and he's now the CEO is like, well, shit, people go crazy for this in Europe, and
Yeah.
they like that shit.
You could be Mr. Worldwide.
So they put me naked on top, on this album, and
Hell yeah.
showed me to millions of people, and I'm just, everyone's like, yeah, that's
You're really
definitely
burying
Sam
yourself.
Mosley. Like, that's appropriate. So it was my ode to Blink-182. So I'm excited. You know, I had to make my pitch to him, of course.
Yeah.
But every time I sent a song to him in December of last year, and ever since then, the ball has been rolling.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm in shock. I should have started a long time ago.
Yeah.
Granted, they didn't give me Rolls Royce and a Hawker and $1 million. And,
You're not
said,
balling out of control.
Write us an album, damn it. But who knows? I mean, if you were
a rap album,
yeah, I know, but
you would have got the Bentley, but
right,
only for you to use for image purposes. It's not actually yours.
We're gonna take that back. So if you could clean your throw up out of it, that'd be great.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, I'm gonna hit you with the last question.
Okay.
So, I know you already touched on this a little bit when you walked in. Local shows coming up for our local listeners and viewers. Just hit us with I don't know if you got a couple weeks planned or in the week. I mean, this obviously is going to come out like next Monday, so take that in mind. But
actually, no, it's nothing in a couple weeks or anything. Actually, oh no, Donnie's Tavern in Zor,
what
on the 22nd of next month, I believe.
Okay, cool.
So
perfect. Okay.
And then I got asked to play at my reunion, high school, my 10-year high school reunion class.
That's
reunion.
cool.
Yeah, and it's really wild because I always fantasized and daydreamed when I was younger in school. Like, I'd love to play at this reunion.
Yeah,
like thinking because I'm always just thinking ahead or not really in the present moment.
Right.
True. And one of my friends from my class asked me, and I'm just like, "Well, yeah, I'll play.
For sure.
Are you sure? Me and the band."
And you went back to the band. You're like, we got a gig.
Dude, we got a fucking show, man. We're gonna get paid. Maybe. Yeah, it's just,
maybe.
Oh, yeah.
So anybody from his class that's afraid to go to the 10-year reunion, because that's a lot too. Like I went to my 10-year.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna die.
Half the class showed up, and they were like, well, we didn't think it was going to be. Of course, it'll be fucking cool. We're just going to get drunk and talk about how we were so awkward about being here.
It's in Bolivar of all places.
But anybody feeling awkward about going to that class reunion, you're going to have some good fucking tunes.
You are.
So go
Sweet.
there.
Thank you.
Go there for sure.
Are they throwing it at like a bar, public place, or is this going to be like at
Lockport?
At Lockport? Perfect.
Oh, fuck yeah.
They said that's a solid place to do it.
Perfect venue.
Yeah.
It's not at they bought Giorgio's, the old Giorgio's.
Right.
It's not. I don't think it's that one.
So it'll be the first brewery.
First one. They said
the original. Okay.
Cool. I'm very humbled. I'm very pleased. It's gonna be cool, and it'll be the first show as the full band.
Yeah.
So I'm even more excited.
Do you have like a Skater Boy incident, like Avril Lavigne Skater Boy, where like there was a girl that you really liked, she thought you'd be nothing, and it turns out like you're a rock star now type shit. You're there at the 10-year reunion playing with your band, and she's just like, oh my god, I should have hooked up with them, and now she's sitting there with her husband fucking beating her and stuff.
God. And this is the story of this goddamn county, isn't it? I made a lot of enemies fucking voicing my opinions about that shit. My high school life was like a traumatic fucking William Shakespeare novel with spelling mistakes. So I probably have a few just waiting. Like,
Yeah, I see him out there when you're jamming out, like, throw up. Sorry, you're like,
yeah.
Oh. You should totally do the guitar thing there.
Oh
yes.
I need to. Yes, that was.
So preface this. He told us a story. Whenever he got here, before we went on air, we said we were going to share this story.
Oh yeah,
share the story, but this situation should be perfect for your 10-year
I don't know if that'd be a
reunion.
good venue to do that.
It'd be the perfect one.
I don't want to.
It'd be the perfect one.
You think so?
Yeah.
It was either that or Vaughn's.
Either one's glorious.
Like, or both.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
You have more than one guitar, right?
I do.
Yeah.
I do, and I have a really shitty one. I planned on fucking just getting it. But
there you go.
So my first impression of Steve Schaefer here, and this is wild. I was getting a job at the Bistro 131,
Yep.
I believe you guys were at the Lighthouse at the time. I used
Yeah.
to work at the yacht club. And I'd see you guys occasionally. You'd be smoking. You were always smoking cigars.
Yep. Yep.
You were a man of few words.
Was I?
Well, I mean, you didn't talk to me a lot. I mean, you guys just fucked with me, and that was it. And, well, you saw Joey and all those guys, my friends that were on there. So but prior to me starting in the bistro, I believe Kyle or Joey showed me this video on YouTube, Steve, and he's sitting on this tree stump, and damn, he has this guitar, and it was I don't know exactly what you were filming. What was it?
It was
the show you were doing?
We used to race trucks for Table Ridge Trash, and it was the Table Ridge Trash highlight reel. And you can find it on YouTube. I'm not going to post a link because I don't know if I necessarily want that being completely out there. But if you search,
dude, it's already fucking out there.
But I mean,
that's how I met you. Like you were my boss.
If you search hard enough, you can find it. And
hey,
so
you're fucked, man. It's
Tyler Dutton. So yeah, real quick, Tyler Dutton filmed all of the trucks racing.
Okay.
And then he wanted to compile a highlight reel, and then the highlight reel was supposed to be me being the narrator. So on this next scene, you get to see the guys working on trucks.
Yeah, and it was great.
On this next scene, you get to see us racing. On this next, and the shtick was that I was getting progressively drunker every time, which I was.
Yeah, clearly.
He never actually made the full highlight reel. He just put together all of the scenes that I was doing before the cut segments.
The deleted scenes were the best.
One of which is what he's describing right now.
Yes, and he was sitting on the stump. You can clearly tell he's exhausted from all the alcohol. I mean, he's ready to call it a day or just at least get the camera off you. But
that was actually only halfway through.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ,
I got drunker after.
Yeah, because you were pulling beers out of the toilet, and that was another favorite part. But he's twanging on this guitar, and he's obviously sick. He's about to throw up, and he bends this guitar over and just throws up in the sound hole. And gets up and just fucking smashes it off the ground, and I was lost. I mean, it was the funniest thing that I've seen, and I was like, "That's my boss."
Yeah,
hell yeah. And then he was a dick. So, I'm just kidding, but
notorious chef vibes, right? Like, chefs are always a little bit dickish, you know.
Right.
Well, they're crazy individuals.
Yeah,
you know, I always had a good time in the kitchen.
And that's actually, I can make myself puke on cue.
Really?
I'm not gonna do.
You
it
didn't
for the
even
podcast.
like finger gut yourself, you know.
I can.
Yeah, that's what you were doing, and you're like, you started singing though. You're trying to sing while puking.
And the whole shtick was
God,
like,
it was so fucking weird.
Stick
But awesome.
a boot in your ass.
Yeah, dude. And I lost it. Stick a boot in your. You just fucking. Oh my God.
I was supposed to be singing that
priceless.
Toby Keith song, and I didn't. And they were like, Toby Keith.
That's
I'll put
a
a boot in
kick-ass
your ass
song.
and see America. I never heard it. Never heard it in my life up to that point.
That's like.
So I was like, Tyler, can you just like dub over the song? And so I'm like, I'll put a boot. I'll put a boot.
Yeah, it kept
Playing my guitar. I'll put a boot.
kept gagging. Yeah, dude, I was done. And it was fucking phenomenal, priceless shit. I don't know why you didn't blow up from that video. You probably because you got rid of it. No.
No, it's still on YouTube.
It took me a while to find it. Me and Kyle were looking for it.
I think because it's under Tyler's ex-wife's YouTube account. I'm sure he still has it on a hard drive.
Yeah, he's got the original for sure.
I want
100%.
that clip.
Yeah.
I want that clip for like a music video or something. Like seriously, it was wild.
But you should definitely pull that stunt for your 10-year anniversary.
I don't know if that's the appropriate spot to do it at.
I think it'd be awesome.
I think it would be great.
I would have to play an acoustic song at the end.
And put a trash bag down. You know, make sure you clean it up. But.
Yeah, like Gallagher. Everybody in the front row holds raincoats like Gallagher.
Nobody smashes guitars now. You know, like I don't know last time I seen it. And if you do smash a guitar, you better be like Dave Grohl or fucking
somebody.
Then you're not getting invited back to Lockport again. Yeah, I get you.
Like
100%.
I'm not even I don't have a lot of money, and I buy expensive guitars to start breaking them. You know, so I don't want to damage the venue. Like, get the fuck out, you freaking moron! What are you doing?
Right.
People don't do that anymore.
Maybe next time we have you on.
But they would appreciate it.
Maybe next time we have you on, you and Steve get some cheap guitars, and we'll reenact that scene. We'll get you
backyard.
good and hammered
I hate
drunk.
fucking throwing up, but I would for you guys.
We'll reenact it out in the yard. We'll do it, one night, and we'll just figure it out,
Okay. I'll play some stuff and embarrass myself, and
Yeah.
Sounds
And
good.
Steve would definitely embarrass himself because
Oh, that
a
sounds
boot, a boot.
I mean, that's a really good song too, because it made me want to cry like American, just blue,
Yeah.
you know, red, white, and blue.
white, blue
Oh, yeah.
tears.
100%.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And you didn't give it its glory, but
Right.
I was thoroughly amused. It was a great.
All right.
rendition.
Well, is there anything else you want to? Let's see what you.
Yeah, I
got
got
there.
some
You us
stickers for you guys.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So-
we love stickers.
Lyle actually drew this up,
I'm gonna throw that up.
and of course he had to hide a penis in it, but
If loud, it's
we
probably
don't have
terrible.
to talk. We don't have to talk about it.
If you have like
So,
if you have like
you
a
guys
photo
just want
of
some
this, like
stickers.
if you have like a photo of this or something, send it to me because I
Yeah.
can post it right
Goddamn
here.
Lyle.
Yeah, I have I
That's
do have a
awesome, man.
photo. They're like 6x6 stickers. I've been just tagging up areas
Yeah,
and giving them to people.
yeah, and I'll give you some of our stickers too. We
Mhm.
got stickers,
Really?
so yeah,
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
we're gonna sticker swap.
Cool.
Only
You have to pay for these.
there's terms on
I'm
that
just
though. There's terms on the stickers. You can't give any to Lyle.
There's fuck.
That's not very nice.
No, I'm just kidding. You can give
Okay.
to Lyle.
Sweet. Maybe.
But,
Maybe. Actually, I don't want to disappoint you guys. You know, you gave me a thing to do, and that's what I'm sorry, Lyle.
Sorry, love.
Fucked.
Is there anything else you want to add for the listeners?
Not really. I mean, I don't.
You can check them out at Mosley Around on
Yeah, I'm
Facebook.
on Facebook and Instagram. You know, I'm currently trying to get some music lyric videos up for the EP on YouTube. So
Cool.
we'll see you soon. Let's Mosley around like we always do. You know,
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
sounds good.
about it.
Like it. Well, appreciate having you on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. I was stoked when Steve asked me.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I was even more stoked when you guys played the songs, and Machines was the one about drinking.
Yeah.
And I thought that'd
I've been
be appropriate.
drinking
way too much.
much.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
I think we're gonna end this one out
God
with that
damn it,
too
that's
as
how it
well.
was,
So,
you know?
Yeah, this episode. Are we allowed to use your music again? I know we got.
Yeah, I would-
Okay. I know we got permission from the label and stuff on the first
I
time,
know.
but we're gonna end this episode out with Machines again. So
Oh, really?
yeah, for
You're
sure.
gonna end it with Machines?
For sure,
Yeah.
dude.
Awesome. That's cool, man. I'm
Hell yeah, dude.
Sweet. I would definitely get White Girl Wasted then.
all
Yeah.
right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Sam Mosley of Mosley Around. Check them out. They're on all the platforms. And what you say you're playing at?
Donnie's Tavern
Donnie's
is
Tavern.
the next show, and the
in the 10-year
class
anniversary.
reunion. Yeah. So it's gonna be
Check them out.
wild.
All right, so that was a fun little visit from Sam Mosley.
Yeah, it's great to have him on. He's definitely a unique, funny guy. I mean, he's doing his thing, man. He's
Yep.
doing his thing. He's got his label out there in California, so you know
Yep.
we wish the best for him. I mean,
Yep.
that's all I can say. Like I said on the earlier, he's got a buttery voice, man.
He
That's a
does.
buttery voice.
Sounds good. Check him out if you haven't heard. I mean, if you haven't been watching the podcast, which you should be.
Give him a hit. Give him a like. Give him some love. Give him some love for sure. Dude's out there trying his heart out. So
Yep.
definitely give him some love. So.
So how's your week been?
Just crazy busy. A lot
Yep.
of things going on. You know, obviously the two babies are still coming. So I've just been, trying to do projects around the house, but one project leads to another project leads to another project.
Yeah.
Just for example, like I was going to rip the trim out of what's going to be the baby's room.
Okay.
Was going to take all the trim out.
Like baseboard trim or like crown molding?
Baseboard trim, crown molding around the door,
All
that
of it.
stuff. I was going to take it all out.
Oh, geez.
And maybe put new in, or maybe just just paint it and do whatever.
Right.
But so I started with that project. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna. But then I had to take all the baby stuff that Steph bought out of that room,
Yeah.
and I'm like, well, I need somewhere to put this because I just don't want to set it all in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I want to put it in my back storage room that is now, it's just been pretty much a storage room.
Mm-hmm.
Then now I'm reorganizing, and I'm like, I'll put it back there. I'm like, oh, but some of that stuff needs to go in the shed, like our golf clubs and some certain things. So I'm like, oh, I need to go in the shed. And I go open up the doors of the shed. I'm like,
And it's full.
son of a bitch, I need to clean out the shed.
You need to do that.
So I spent the whole day cleaning out the shed and organizing the shed. So no trim got removed.
Yeah.
Nothing got done.
you just
Besides
scattered everywhere.
Go to the shed out, and I was like, I don't need this. I don't need this. I threw a bunch of stuff away, gave some stuff away.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
One project leads to another project leads to another project. So
it's never as easy as you want it to be.
yeah. There's a lot of great sitcom shows that always portray that, like the wife's like, hey, can you fix this knocking sound or whatever?
Right.
And then the husband's changing the oil in the garage. And I think
right. Modern Family.
Yeah.
They
He's
did
like,
a good one of that.
can't you see I'm doing it?
I'm trying. Yeah. I'm trying to get there. I just got to do all this stuff first.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was kind of one of those situations where I ended up in the shed all Saturday, gutting the thing out and throwing things away that we didn't need and going through old bins and figured everything out. So, yeah.
That sounds really fun.
I mean, no. But
no,
yeah.
probably not.
No,
I was being facetious.
No, it's a beautiful day.
Sarcastic.
I was
being a little sarcastic.
But yeah, so other than that, my week's just been busy at work. A lot of things going on, which is good. Good and bad.
Yeah.
Covering for a few people, so that's always not fun.
Yeah.
You know the ins and outs of their places that I normally cover. So, but other than that, nothing crazy this week. Nothing real interesting. Just another week.
Busy.
Had a couple nice fires on the weekend nights. Nothing better than just sitting around the fire, BSing with some friends. So, yeah,
that's awesome.
What about you? How was your week?
Oh, I mean, it's been pretty good. Still leaning into the old forklift operator job.
Right.
I'm really good at operating a forklift, but I'm bad at navigating an entire refinery.
Sure.
So, but I've gotten a few spots down. I'm starting to get good about it, but it's just really hard.
Yeah.
When everything around you is trying to kill you, and you have this 12-ton machine just barreling through.
Oh, it's not just kill you; it's kill everybody.
Yeah, well, yeah. If I wreck into something, it's not just my life; it's gonna be everyone's probably. Yeah. So it's not stressful at all.
Yeah, right.
But now, just sitting on my ass in a forklift and sweating a bunch because it's been hot and blah 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 blah. But yeah, not too much. I always have my little list of things to do, but I think we're going long into this episode. But I do want to throw out some listener feedback.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Casey Weber knows more about wrestling than we do.
Of course, everybody knows more about what we do when they listen to us. And, you're not in the moment, okay?
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. Sometimes we come up with top fives, and we don't really do our research. We just fly off the handle. We're off the cuff. We fly off the handle. This isn't really a scripted episode. None of this is a scripted podcast. So
what did we get wrong to Casey?
Let's find on Facebook. Let's go to that.
I kind of already read it, but if you want to bring it up, I know John Lennon's wife, Yokozuna.
It was not Yoko Ono.
Yoko Ono. It's Yokozuna.
It was Yokozuna.
I get it. All right, man. Let's go. I'm going to a bunch of wrestlers. I'm trying to do my thing, but yes, I get it. 100%. It was definitely not John Lennon's wife.
Right. It was Yokozuna.
Yokozuna,
the big sumo wrestler guy.
Big sumo wrestler. Yeah.
I think you got that part right. If I remember, I don't know. I didn't really listen back.
Well, I mean, at least he knew what it was.
Yeah,
and props to him.
And Owen Hart died, not Bret Hart.
Right, that is a big. That one was kind of a big one.
That was a big one.
100%. But it was one of the Harts. I knew that.
We should just get Casey Weber. Casey Weber, I'm sure you're going to listen to us. If you ever want to come on, let me know. We'll schedule you in here. We'll talk about anything you want. I bet you he'd be a good guest to have on about maybe we redo the wrestling thing or we could talk about Cummins because he loves his Dodge Cummins.
Yeah.
He's a 24-valve man for show.
Okay. Well, I don't know a lot about that topic, so I'd be sitting here crickets in the audience. But no, I mean, always call us out. That's funny, anyways. But I'm just talking shit, but
right.
then the thing is, when you get in front of the mic, we're gonna say some dumb shit all the time. But feel free to call us out because we love it.
We fly off the handle.
Yeah.
We're not Joe Rogan. We don't have Jamie sitting there Googling shit for us,
Right.
We don't have fact checkers. We're relying on you to be fact checkers,
Yeah.
and then we'll bring it back up. So
I was just close enough. That was all.
yeah.
He knew what I was talking about, at least. That helps,
So maybe the listener thing didn't come as long as I wanted to. So I'll bring up my list of things for a couple little topics here to talk about.
Okay.
My first day of work.
Yeah.
I've been there for 2 weeks now. My first day I show up.
Mm-hmm.
You're signing the paperwork. You're filling out all the things. Here's a copy of my driver's license. Here's a copy of that. I had the worst gas ever.
Nice.
And it like do you know how you can feel it moving through your gut?
Yeah.
And then it gets down there like it's in the chamber. It's ready to go.
Yeah.
I had to hold it in the chamber. And then it would go back up. And I would get belly farts. I was sitting in an office full of people and I would just hear
that gives you bad breath, right?
I don't know. No, because it kept trying to go down.
It just comes out your mouth. Then.
No, it never.
Yeah,
it stayed down there.
You're spewing methane out your mouth
until finally, I got done with paperwork. I'm like, hey, you need anything else from me? I'm like, no, you're good right now. Just sit tight and we'll give you a tour around the refinery. I'm like, where do I go for fresh air? And they looked at me like, fresh air? I'm like, yeah, I need to step outside for a minute. And they're like, oh yeah, just go outside. I'm like, do I need to wear a hard hat? I'm like, no, this area is fine. So I walked out and just farted everywhere because it was a small office. They were in a little single wide trailer that's put there on the refinery. That's their hub. And then I farted everywhere. But I felt.
Why didn't you ask for a bathroom instead of fresh air?
I don't know. Hey, I gotta go take a shit or.
I used to be like, hey, where's the bathroom at? You don't say anything else besides that. And they'd be like, oh, yeah, the bathroom's right over there. And then you just go fart up the bathroom.
I feel like it was more polite to ask for fresh air than where's a bath. I don't know. But
no, asking for fresh air sounds like you're a goddamn weirdo.
No. Well,
it sounds like you're a weirdo.
In my mind, to them, it asked like I was looking for a place to smoke a cigarette. So,
yeah.
So that's kind of why I was like, fresh air. I don't know. I probably played that completely wrong.
Yeah, you played that super wrong.
I was nervous as shit and full of gas. So,
so you could have been like, either one, I need to go to the bathroom. Where's the bathroom at? And then you could have went there and farted and did whatever. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Or two, you could have been like, hey, I want to go stretch my legs. Can I stretch my legs outside? Is that cool while you guys are doing your thing? And they would have been like, yeah, that's fine. But going, hey, where's the fresh air?
Hey, can I step outside for some fresh air?
I'm breathing your mouth air right in now, and your mouth air stinks.
I don't know. You never just want to step outside for some fresh air?
Not normally, no. Unless I'm
even at Amazon, at least I knew I wasn't interviewing or filling out paperwork, but I'd just be like, you know what? I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna walk outside. And if anybody out there is like, what are you doing out here? I'm like, I just came out for some fresh air. Sometimes you need fresh air.
I worked at doing survey work, and I had to work at a landfill. There's no fresh air anywhere.
Well, yeah.
You're outside, but there's no fresh air.
No fresh air.
It's all methane gas, pretty much, and other gases. But, yeah, no, that seems weird during an interview. Hey, can I get some fresh air?
It wasn't an interview. It was the hiring paperwork.
Yeah, but it seems like you're nervous, is what I'm saying.
I was nervous.
Okay.
Here's a fun thing. This isn't even on my list. This is how nervous I was. I got my badge at a separate building, and then I pull into my employee parking lot, and I called the guy, and he meets me out at the parking lot, and he's like, yeah, you got to scan your badge here, and it lets you through these big turnstiles. Like, not like the hip turnstiles like you'd think of like in a movie, but like the full body ones. Yeah. So I scan it, and I go to walk through, and I'm carrying my lunchbox, and my lunchbox gets caught behind me. And so then I'm stuck in this fucking turnstile. And I'm like, what do I do? He's like, scan your badge again. So I reach out and I scan it, and it doesn't move. And I'm like, and so like that was the most nerve-wracking thing I did that day. I was like, I'm stuck in the fucking turnstile, like trying to scan my badge behind me with my lunchbox stuck. He's like, just do it again. I'm like, okay, I did it again. He's like, do it again. I'm like, I did it again. He's like, I don't know, maybe I should go get the guard. So I just did it, and it finally worked, and I made myself through. He's like, okay, you're good. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I got stuck in the
That
turnstile.
dude's sitting there like, you goddamn new guy. Are you fucking retarded?
Right.
Come on, man. Think about
And
it.
so then he's sitting in a pickup truck, which is literally a 50-yard walk. Dude came to
Yeah.
pick me up in a pickup truck. And so then I'm like, I got my lunchbox, and then like I put it on the floorboard next to me, and then like I had to put my feet up on it, because I'm in the front seat, and I'm like, I don't know. He wasn't like, oh, I'll just throw that in the back, or. So I'm sitting there, and then we pull up, and we stop, and he's like, all right, yeah, we'll go in and get your paperwork filled out. And then my knees were like so propped up that I couldn't even get the fucking handle of the truck. So I'm like, I was literally at Dane Cook skit of like, without cum in my mouth, the Dane Cook skit of like, where's the handle? Like,
So you're literally like
I struck out.
Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
Like your first day.
Yes. I struck out the entire way. And then I go in, I'm like finally filling out paperwork, and then I have to fart a lot. So it was brutal.
Oh, you were nervous. You were so nervous you had to
I
fart.
was.
Yeah. So all this would have changed if you had your full beard. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah, true. I lost my
I got him and
confidence.
like, ha, ha, ha. All right, bro, don't wear skinny beard, sky man. Yeah, put your stuff in the back. But he saw you without your beard.
I lost my confidence when they made me look like this.
Yeah, he saw you without your beard, and he's like, "What kind of man child did they send me?"
Fucking asshole gets his lunchbox stuck in the thing.
Yeah, that's a terrible.
It was stupid.
That sounds like a terrible experience.
One last thing I want to check on.
Yeah.
What do you do with your hands when you sleep?
Oh man, you had to ask me this, didn't you? I am such a weird sleeper.
Yeah.
I think about it a lot when
Okay.
I sleep.
Okay.
So if I'm sleeping on my arm for too long, my arm starts hurting because I think about it. If I have my other arm like tucked in behind me, I think about it. Like I think about sleeping too much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I try to turn sides and try to do things, and I flip and flop a
Reposition,
lot
yeah.
before I fall asleep. Obviously, I want the coldest pillow I can ever find. Known to
Yep.
man, I still haven't found that. If anybody's invented that, anybody knows about that, please tell me about this coldest pillow ever. So I want my head to
That's
be
probably the My Pillow guy.
on a block of ice,
Yeah.
like and melt through it overnight.
But somehow soft.
Yeah, somehow soft. Yeah, no, I don't. I think about that way too much, to the fact where I think I make my arms hurt when they wouldn't be hurting,
Yeah.
but they're in a weird position, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh god, I gotta move my arm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my arm could go numb if I don't move it. Like
And
that's in my head. It's just in my head. So
And so you see, that's why I brought this up, because I fall asleep real quick.
okay.
I don't stay asleep very well, but I fall asleep real quick. And most of the times, I grab all the comforters, and then I like ball them up around me, and then my hands do this. And for those listening, not watching, my wrists, my hands grab the blanket and they curl over, and then I ball up close to my chest,
Okay.
and then they go numb as fuck.
So you just like hold on for your dear life.
Well, no, it's not necessarily like once I ball up the
So
comforter,
he's making his for listeners. He's making his hands like he's a goddamn squirrel,
or
right
like
now.
a T-Rex. Think of like I'm a
Right,
dinosaur.
T-Rex, but inverted. So a squirrel eating a nut,
From
but
forearm.
no nut. And he's just holding a blanket on his chest, like, "I'm gonna go to bed, Daddy."
Yeah, from forearm to hand, where the wrist breaks, is always at a 90 degree, and then I
Why?
curl up. I don't know, because it's comfortable. But then I wake up and I can't feel anything in my hands, and I'm sure that's not good, like carpal tunnel and shit.
So if you turn over, you probably literally steal all the blankets off your wife.
I don't know. She might have a different version of this, but I'm usually good at turning over and then just doing it again on the, like, I don't drag
Okay.
with me. What is that noise?
There we go. A little feedback there.
Oh, it's
We're good
gone.
now.
It's
We're good
gone.
now. Yeah, we're good now.
Just a little whine. Hopefully you guys didn't hear that, but
Yeah, hopefully not.
but yeah, I curl my
Okay.
hands up and my wrists go numb. So
Hopefully you don't take
I don't
all the
know.
blankets, but if you're like sucking them into your body with your hands, then I would just assume if you turn once, I mean that's like your body wrapping yourself around one, so it would be
They
like
release when I turn.
80 feet of blanket.
They release when I turn, and then they grip again. I wish I had. That'd be dope to have 80 feet of blanket.
Just kidding. All right. Well, yeah. No, weird question. Yeah, no, I'm a weird sleeper. I think too much in my head. I'm in my head too much, so it doesn't,
Yeah, no, I knock right out and I sleep for a good 3 to 4 hours, and then I wake up and I toss and turn, just toss and turn.
Yeah, I can get in a good cuddle with the wife, my arm wrapped, her laying on my arm.
Yeah,
and then after 20 minutes, I'm like, all right, she's sleeping, and then I gotta get
Shred
my
it.
arm out of there because I know it's gonna fall asleep.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I can't, and I get too hot, and I'm like, I start getting nervous, and
fucking
my arm out.
Sarah's over there. She might know this. What sitcom is it where you do the hug and turn? Is that Seinfeld or is that Friends? I feel like it was.
This is 40?
Huh? I thought it was
Is it
Ross.
Paul Rudd movie that they...
No, that's Seinfeld where you do the hug and turn, and then they dropped somebody off of the bed. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, you gotta separate yourself. So I cannot.
Yeah, because I sweat too much when I sleep.
This is -2 in the winter. Then.
But I love,
All right,
but I love cuddling. So
I do too.
who doesn't love a good cuddle?
Yeah. Anyways,
All right, so yeah, that's the week. That's the quirky things I wanted to talk about. Let's try this beer.
yeah, let's get into it. You get the fresh coldie.
Yeah. Sorry, excuse us if you're watching it. We didn't set this up.
So what we got here is Brewdog Aloha Shoppers IPA, which is actually sold at a local grocery store for a grocery store for us. I don't know why I couldn't say that. Beelers.
Most of our listeners know what Bueller's is.
And so this says it's brewed in Columbus, Ohio, which is, local for us.
Mm-hmm.
Not that far away. Depending on what you want to say local is to you, it all depends. But
Right. But apparently they brew it specially for Bueller's.
it's just one of those things where you slap a label on something and you say,
Yeah.
hey, we made this for you, but they made it for somebody else.
Yeah, I remember at the Lighthouse, Leinenkugels made what was like a Lighthouse ale, but it was something that they already had on tap. They're like, hey, you can call this yours.
So they're calling this a hazy mango pineapple IPA. I'm just looking at through the light right now and up to you guys in the camera and people in the audience. It's got a nice haze to it. I mean, it really does.
It's definitely
It's got
hazy.
a nice body to it. And that's important in a nice hazy. It smells good.
Fruity. It smells fruity. It definitely smells like an IPA.
Not that either of us are good beer judges, by the way.
Right.
We have no fucking clue what we're talking about. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice.
It is good for an IPA. It doesn't hate you.
No, that's
Most
smooth.
most IPAs are like, fuck you, I'm gonna be bitter as shit.
Yeah.
Excuse me on that one. Sorry.
Oh, gross. But not that hard. Not harsh at all. Just kind of nice.
7.2%.
I get another sip of this.
Does not give us IBUs, but it's 7.2% alcohol per volume. So it's a big old meaty boy.
Yeah, I would drink definitely 2 of those.
I like on the label down the side it says, "United, we stand for better beer, fiercely defiant and independent."
You know what I enjoy that with?
What's that?
Some nice barbecue chicken thighs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some barbecue, get some sweet, get some salty. Like I need that in my life with that beer.
And then
You know
chicken
what I mean?
thighs. Chicken thighs are the best. They're so fatty.
Oh yeah.
Bone in, skin on.
There's enough citrus in that to cut it. Like, woo. Well, what kind of food would you think about? Should
Honestly, that. Hold on, let me.
Hey, have another drink. Think about it. Is there anything that pops in your head right away? Bang! Man, I'd like to eat that with this.
French fries.
Yeah. I think I need salt with it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And I thought sweet.
Because it is sweet.
Sweet and smoky with the barbecue.
Still has a hint of,
a little
still has a hint
tangy.
of bitter.
You can even go spicy with that.
Yeah.
You can even go spicy with that.
I'd hit some buffalo wings and chase them with this.
All right.
What are you rating it?
Man, I think what's our rating system now? We doing the
You do. It's turned into
multi-system.
It's turned into you do your rating system and I do mine.
All right, 8 out of 10. Definitely highly recommend getting Aloha Brewdog Aloha Shoppers IPA. You know what? Pick one of these sons of bitches up and drink it while you're shopping.
Exclusively at Bueller's.
Because they can't stop you, by the way, if you know this about your grocery store. They can't stop you.
Really?
No.
As long as you pay for it.
Yeah.
At the end. You can pay for an empty can then?
Yeah, you can pay for everything. I don't see why not.
That's dope. Yeah, I remember going to Sam's Club with my parents when I was little, and they would always get the Famous Amos cookies, and like while we're walking through the aisles, we're eating Famous Amos cookies, but we still bought the box at the end.
Right. I mean,
so why not?
no harm, no foul. Right?
Unless you get like a drunk in public.
Still,
They could tell you to stop because they might lose their liquor license because they're not.
as long as you had a damn good time, then what does it matter?
Who cares? As long as you got a damn good, as long as you're having a damn good time, everything's legal.
Everything's legal.
I'm giving it a thumbs up.
Steve's giving a thumbs up.
I like
one thumbs up or two?
I'm gonna go one.
One? Do you have two in your rating system?
2 is in my rating system, but
okay. All right, so 8 out of 10 from Cody. 1 thumbs up from Steve. There you go, folks. It seems like we would recommend it. That's all I would say.
Yep.
Try it if you get the opportunity. Brewdog Aloha Shoppers IPA. Maybe pick it up and drink it while you're shopping and see if you get in trouble or not.
Go to Bueller's.
Because I don't think I actually have. I don't. And also take any kind of my legal advice. I'm not a legal advisor.
He's not.
By the way, you might get arrested if you drink it in the store.
Yeah, probably shouldn't.
Especially if you're underage. But anyways.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the top 5.
Top 5 at 5. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
It is. It's got to be somewhere. Depends on when you're listening.
It's not
to
here,
this.
so son of a bitch.
And if you're listening to this point at 5 o'clock, you're right on schedule.
Pour me aloha.
Yeah, get you some Aloha. This week for the top 5, we're going to do our top 5 favorite sandwiches.
Sammy's. We're going to exclude breakfast sandwiches from this, so correct?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically like your standard lunch, which they can be dinner, just a sandwich.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we choose who goes first.
You know what, Steve? I'm going to let you go first.
Actually, you know what? Jordan picked me last week. I'm going to let you go first. I went first last week on the wrestlers.
Okay.
So you go first on the sandwiches.
All right. I mean, I got no problem with that. I mean, I'm going to go with the most classic sandwich. The one that is American made. I like to think, right?
American made.
It's a cheeseburger.
The old cheeseburger.
I mean, ain't nothing more classic sandwich.
I mean, right?
Than I mean, that is a sandwich, right? I mean, cheeseburger, right? You got
it is
two pieces of bread, some meat in the middle, a classic cheeseburger. I mean, you can throw all the kind of accoutrements on it you want.
Yeah.
Or toppings. Sorry.
But like you're not claiming like a bacon western cheeseburger. You're claiming basically burger, cheese, buns, and then like the lettuce, tomato, onions, kind of standard condiments.
You're classic. I mean,
yeah.
Lettuce, tomato, onion. Pull them out if you want.
Right.
Ketchup, mustard, mayo.
Right.
That is like the perfect cheeseburger in my mind.
It's one of my favorites.
I mean, no matter what, the meat definitely varies. But
yeah, the quality of the beef and the
definitely varies, and how it's formed and how it's cooked.
Yeah,
you know, I would prefer a nice formed patty, grilled to perfection, and put on a bun.
And don't smash burger that shit.
Cook me See, I don't mind a smash burger either, but
Well, we talked shit about smash burgers earlier in the podcast.
yeah, but I don't mind a smash burger. But give me a nice mid-rare, juicy, fat 8-ounce burger. Put a half a pound of beef on a burger.
Mm-hmm.
That's made of high quality meat, seasoned properly. All that, you know what I mean? Oh, ain't nothing better.
Gotta love it.
So yeah, that
It's amazing.
I don't know how much. What else can you say about it?
There's not a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, there are a bunch of variations of how you can do it, and whether you smash or whether you have big patties or whenever you do a 18-pound burger like you see on some of these TikToks and YouTubes and shits.
right.
But you got your basic components of that sandwich. Like,
It's a classic,
yep, I agree for sure.
I mean, we get into cheeses, we get into toppings, but like you said, maybe I can't get into that. So go ahead, Steve. What's your your 1 and 2? Sorry.
I'm gonna go super basic, old school.
Okay.
The old grilled cheese,
Oh, crossing that one off my list.
and that one we've touched on this before, where we're like, how much can you put on a grilled cheese sandwich before it's not a grilled cheese sandwich anymore? I'm talking basic. Get you some Wonder Bread. Get you some American cheese. Double slice
Straight
it.
up.
Maybe some Swiss. I'm a big fan of Swiss cheese. Maybe slap some Swiss in there. Butter that bread. Grill it off. Make sure it's melty. Put a little garlic salt on the end.
Okay.
Finish with a little garlic salt. Grilled cheese all the fucking way. Like a basic grilled cheese, though.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to disagree with you a lot, and you've actually added too much to it in my mind already.
With what? With the garlic salt?
Yeah, but I mean, like to the normal person,
Yeah.
grilled cheese is butter that bread, fry it up, throw your American cheese in there, and get you a big old bowl of tomato soup
Yeah.
and dip the hell out of it.
Yeah. But
I'm gonna say, I'm definitely going to do what you do to it.
Yeah.
I'm going to add too much to it because that's me as well.
just a little sprinkle, even regular salt. Here's a tip that I got. One of the greatest tips I ever got in my life was from a chef in Cleveland when I worked at Moxie, Chef Bennett. They seasoned their lettuce. And I was like, why do you put salt and pepper on your, because I don't buy everything else we cook, we don't buy seasoned, so we season it. So why not season this? So just like same kind of right with the, I don't buy seasoned bread, so why not put a little salt on it?
Yeah.
Put a little pepper on it. Season that bread. I would recommend doing it after it's toasted.
Yeah.
Give it the toast, finish it with a little salt and pepper. So that way you're not worried about, I said garlic salt, so that way you're not worried about burning the garlic so much or charring it. I like to finish it with that for sure.
I'm going to give a tip out. Another tip. You're out of butter. You just pulled your butter out of the freezer. And you just can't use your butter.
Yep.
But you want to make a grilled cheese.
You're going to say
Mayonnaise.
Yeah, yep.
Mayonnaise is a wonderful browning agent.
Mayonnaise caramelizes just like butter does.
Yeah.
Magically
100%.
for some reason.
Well, it's just oil and eggs, really. It's
Yeah.
whipped up oil and eggs, so you're just using oil, essentially. I mean,
Right.
you could use olive oil at the same state, but
Yeah,
mayonnaise
when
tastes
you get a
as
brush
good.
and brush it on. You gotta smear it,
Yeah, just smear a little mayonnaise on there.
Yep.
You can use mayo, and it tastes delicious, too.
That's a TikTok that I've seen that I 100% support. I haven't tried, but
This has been long before TikTok, okay?
I get it. But it's one of those things.
Get out TikTok out of here!
But it's one of those. It's one of those things that every TikTok I see is people don't really know this. Just like you said, people don't really know this. You can smear mayonnaise on there and toast it.
Well, I'd say half our listeners probably know that, but the other half don't. So
Yeah, that's a fun tip for the other half.
all right. So what's your number 2?
Ooh.
Oh man, I just thought of one that I might actually change.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I'm gonna go basic again. PB&J.
Oh, peanut butter and jelly
I
sandwiches.
love me some PB&Js.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your jelly of choice?
That's a tough one because I get in different moods with my jelly, or jams, or spreads, or whatever the hell you want to call them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're talking about. You can even get like an orange marmalade. They're all the same effing thing. It's just fruit that's thickened with sometimes.
I think if I gotta go with one flavor,
Yeah,
it's gonna be good old grape jelly.
you're a graper.
I'm a grape jelly.
You're a graper. I'm a strawberry dude.
Are you strawberry?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a strawberry jelly all through and through.
I just like the taste of grape. I don't know.
Yeah, and I've had great PB&Js.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna knock them. I still love those. Sarah's actually an avid grape. I'm an avid strawberry.
Sure.
If I have mine of choice, I'm choosing strawberry. Now here's the other question: creamy or crunchy peanut butter on it?
If it's a PB&J,
Mm-hmm.
I probably have to go creamy.
See, I'm a crunchy motherfucker, dude.
We're so liking,
You're the yin to my yang.
I know, but we're so alike in so many ways. It's weird. It's weird. We can finish each other's sentences, but we like little things differently. That's fine.
Right.
Yeah, that's good.
Dude, give me a crunchy peanut butter
Yeah.
with strawberry jelly or jam. Doesn't as long as it's strawberry flavored, and then I actually put a little smear of butter in there too.
Yeah. Well, I will also say that like I'm afraid of like crunchy and hard things. I've been like most of my younger life
Yeah.
because I had bad teeth growing up. I've always had like genetically bad teeth. You know, at the dentist all the time. I brushed my teeth all the time. Didn't matter what I did. I just had genetically bad teeth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anytime I went to the dentist, I'm sure it cost my dad a fortune.
So it makes sense. Like you're afraid of like crunching into something, so you'd rather
hurting
have
my
creamy.
teeth, right? So I always went for creamy. I like crunchy things,
Yeah.
but I always tend to be like because of that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
You
Does
err
that
on-
make sense?
Yeah, you err on the way of caution when it comes to crunchy stuff. That
Right.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
So that's my at least cop out for it.
Yeah. It's not necessarily that you don't like crunchy peanut butter. You're just scared of it or what, not scared, but you're just.
Yeah, I've had so many like problems that
Right.
it's just like, maybe I like
I
things
feel
that are
you.
softer.
I
you know?
feel you, and I'm totally judging you. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
judging
just,
you.
I just like things that are soft, ladies.
He likes that soft, smooth.
All right, that's a wonderful one too. I mean, you can't go wrong there.
Yeah, I went very basic.
All right, for my number 2, let's get the corned beef in play. Let's get Ireland in play. Let's go with the classic Reuben.
The old Rube.
I freaking love corned beef,
Yeah.
which is brisket. You know, it's corned beef,
You got corned beef brisket.
corned beef brisket,
With your little
shaved
sauerkraut.
shaved nicely.
Oh, yeah.
You know, people know how to cut it. You know,
Cooked
some
tender.
places don't.
Yeah,
but,
cooked
you know,
tender.
you roast off a big corned beef brisket,
Mm-hmm.
and it's corned. So basically, they took it, and corning is the process. Essentially, it's a way of preserving meat. It's kind of like pickling. You put a lot of spices in there.
The corning of it is more pickling spices. Exactly.
Yeah.
And you kind of slow roast it, braise. No, because you don't even really sear a corned beef.
Back in the day, they probably boiled it, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then we took it to roasting it to make
Yep.
it taste better, to make it preserve longer.
Yeah.
You put a lot of salt on it.
Yep.
There's a lot of salt on it. It's more like a brine type
Yeah.
cooking process than it is whatever, but it comes out beautiful
Yep.
nowadays, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And then you shave that thin,
Nice and thin.
and then you put that on a sandwich, and you put some sauerkraut on it,
Mm-hmm.
German influence,
Mm-hmm.
and then you put some Swiss cheese on it, and you put some Thousand Island dressing on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Thousand Island's Russian, maybe.
Right. Yeah, that is a Russian.
We could probably Google that, but
I
it's fine.
think because I think
And then
we've
on
talked
some
about these
Jewish
before.
rye bread.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
it's
actually we brought this up when we were talking about St. Patty's Day. Like, why is that the sandwich? Because it's
I don't think it should be, right?
but it's the staple.
Corned beef is.
Corned beef is an Irish staple because they didn't have Irish bacon in the United States whenever they immigrated over. So the closest thing not even close, the thing they could afford was corned beef. And then the sandwich arrived out of like a Jewish deli. It's more of a New York thing. The Reuben is more of a New York deli thing.
Yeah, I think it's more of an American type.
Because there were so many people in that melting pot in New York that were like, we like all this shit slapped together in a sandwich. You know?
Just imagine some guy probably walked in one day like in the 1800s and was like, hey, let me get some corned beef in there. And let me get some sauerkraut on that. And let me get some Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
And let me get some Thousand Island on that. Put that on that rye bread. That looks really good.
Slap it together.
And he ate it and was probably like, dude, you got to put this on your menu. And they're like,
this
let me try it.
This is fire.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you can get into the Rachel, which is the turkey-based one. But
yeah,
I don't even want to talk about that one because that's nowhere near as good.
I've actually always heard that called the California Reuben, where it's turkey, and instead of sauerkraut, it's coleslaw.
Oh, yeah.
And it's still like rye bread, Swiss cheese, but instead of sauerkraut, coleslaw, instead of corned beef, it's turkey. That's like the California Reuben or some bullshit.
Yeah, punch them all in the face.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, it's fine.
Fuck you, California.
Corned beef.
If you're California and you're listening, fuck you. No, just kidding. We love you.
Thank you for watching.
Because honestly,
but our Reuben is way better.
But honestly, the California turkey Reuben is really good.
It's so good.
It's still really good.
I've literally adapted a sandwich out of that. I made it in ciabatta bread. I did turkey, corned beef, ham. I made this French fries, coleslaw. I made a monster of a sandwich out of it on ciabatta bread. You know, stupid big, and I could sell them for $20 pop, and it was awesome.
You did the East Coast, West Coast Reuben.
Yeah, it was a monster of a sandwich, and anybody got it, loved it, but it was like you could feed an army with it.
Yeah,
for sure.
So. The old East meets West Reuben.
Yeah. So Reuben's gonna be my number 2. Steve, what's your number 3?
Hold on, let me cross Reuben off my list so I'm not looking at it and wanting to say it.
Get that out of here.
Let's do a barbecued pulled pork sandwich.
Good old pulled pork sandwich is delicious.
With or without slaw, that's your. With or without cheese, that's yours. But pulled pork, a decent sauce. I'm a fan of the vinegary South Carolina.
Yeah,
right. South Carolina vinegary sauce. Yeah. Mm-hmm. On a good bun and douse it with a lot of that vinegary sauce.
It's hard because there's like literally like 4 or 5 different barbecues,
right?
In regions,
St. Louis,
you know what I mean?
You got Texas, you got South Carolina.
Yeah, they all claim to do something a little bit different.
And you got Yankee, and Yankee's got a lot of sugar in it. And
but I think the Southern does it well with the vinegar.
Yep.
And the spices in it,
and I like some slaw on it.
And what I like about it is it doesn't take a lot away from the meat.
Right.
Like the northern barbecue sauce, like or like Sweet Baby Ray's. Take Sweet Baby Ray's, for example. You slather it on, you're tasting Sweet Baby Ray's. You're not getting as much of the meat flavor. Where vinegar, yes, you're tasting that, but it helps to just cut the fattiness out of the meat, you know?
I do like Sweet Baby Ray's, but if you use it in moderation, you don't want it swimming in it.
No.
But too many people that have gone to, it's swimming in it.
Oh, yeah. Most barbecue, they like to just lather on the barbecue sauce. It's what they like to do.
Right.
You know, you got to appreciate the meat, and I think a vinegar-based sauce helps you appreciate the meat.
And that's when you leave all that fat on. I see so many people trimming fat off of pork butts. Don't trim it off. Leave it in there. Just mix it in.
Smack them in the face.
Mix it in. Give it a good vinegar-based barbecue sauce. It'll cut that fat, and it's all good.
Don't worry about the little bit of gelatinous texture in your mouth. Come on, enjoy it.
Right.
That's a good choice. That's a good number 3. My number 3, I got to go with an Italian sub.
Okay, that's on my list.
Something about Italian sub, like when you go to a restaurant, like I gauge like how good their food can be.
Yeah,
like I can go there for lunch and be like, I'm gonna get your Italian sub, and it's a good gauge of how their dinner service is gonna be, because everybody can make an Italian sub, but can you make a good Italian sub?
So first off, a great Italian sub has great bread.
Great bread.
Like it's got to be. I like a chewy bread.
Me too.
I don't like a lot of like for an Italian sub. I don't want it to crunch on the outside.
I don't want to stab me in the mouth. I told you before, like when I go to Subway, I don't like a toasted sandwich.
Right.
And the reason is because I don't want the bread stabbing me in the mouth.
Right. You got to get a good
Another
chewy
fear
bread.
in my mouth, I guess.
So, what your staple for an Italian sub? What are the meats?
It's definitely gonna have some kind of salami.
Mm-hmm. The salam.
Yeah. Some kind of really good ham.
Mm-hmm.
So, it could be a capicola, it could be a sopressata, it could be any kind. Prosciutto even is a good ham. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Or it can have two good hams on it. And that's when you're really getting a good situation.
Right.
Because mainly, really, if you're looking at a good Italian sub, you're gonna have multiple pieces of pork meat on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's going to be multiple different cured hams on there.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I look for the, you not only can you got to have good, hearty, good cured meats on there.
Yep.
That you can actually get some flavor out of.
What about a pepperoni?
Oh yeah, pepperoni.
I love a pepperoni.
Well, not always, but if you got a good pepperoni on there, it's great. But you don't have to do pepperoni.
Well, for an Italian sub, my key 3 meats are ham, some kind of salami, and some kind of pepperoni. Like that's me, that's the key 3.
You got to knock down it's Italian sub, so you got to knock the Italian meats out of the park,
right?
And then you have the bread being phenomenal,
a nice chewy bread,
and then put some nice lettuce on there,
mm-hmm.
And you got to put some nice peppers on there, tomatoes on there.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to hit that with the best Italian dressing that you got.
Like a good Italian vinegar. Even like, not so much Italian dressing like you get out of the bottle, but like an Italian vinaigrette. Like you got to mix it up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can even base it down to red wine vinegar, oil, and then the spices. And
then I'm gonna criticize you right away if you don't give me an extra side of that dressing on the side to dip my bread into.
Dipper. Do you do mayonnaise?
Yeah, I always like to.
Yeah, you gotta put the mayonnaise on there.
Well, it depends how good it is. I mean, sometimes I don't need it, but most of the time I'm like, can I get a little bit of mayo on that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But if they already do that, because some places do, they make a nice thick creamy Italian to put on it,
right?
And then
one sauce to rule them all,
and then they give you a side of like a vinaigrette on the side, and you're in heaven right then.
You get a little
when they give you a side of dressing already,
yeah,
you're good to go because they know that you need to dip your bread in that.
Also, like a good pepper relish, but it's almost like peppercini relish, where it's like vinegary and still got a little spice to it and shit.
It's literally one of those things that, like, in sandwiches all sandwiches are this way, where you can be creative as you want, and you can make different relishes, you can make different sauces, you can make.
But your base Italian sub is a couple of different cured meats.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Cheese is very important.
We didn't speak cheese. What you looking at provolone?
I mean, if you're looking at Subway, you're looking at provolone. But if you're looking at a nice gourmet sub, you need a nice aged cheese on there. Whether it's a nice aged provolone, or it's a cheddar, or it's a Parmesan, or
I wouldn't put cheddar on Italian.
Yeah, you get 9-year-old cheddar on there.
That's probably gonna be.
You wouldn't bat your eyes 1 second. I'm just saying.
But
no, that's not Italian. But yeah, I would say like a nice, any kind of nice aged cheese on there. But yeah, in your classic one that I'm gonna get at the store or I'm gonna get at a local restaurant,
it's gonna have provolone.
I'm getting provolone.
Right,
yeah, 100%.
For sure. Yeah, that's a dope ass sandwich. You getting well, I think you already said like lettuce and tomatoes, a little onion on
lettuce,
there.
Tomato, onion. I'm golden.
Faux show.
Some people like it with olives. I'll avoid the olives because
I'll do olives all day.
They take too much. They take too much power away from what I'm trying to eat. That's just
unless you
opinion.
get black olives.
I still
I
take
love
too
them.
much away. But
I love them.
Anyways, all right, Steve. So I got the Italian sub. What do you got for your number 4?
Number 4. I'm gonna do good old hot ham and cheese.
Hot ham and cheese.
Yep. Whether you do, obviously, you got a good you gotta have a good, huh? Croque monsieur. Sarah told me that's a croque monsieur. It's a French hot ham and cheese, but I'm talking like a good good bun. On those I like the sweet Virginia ham where it's like sugar cured.
Yeah.
And all that crap. Swiss cheese and whole grain mustard. And you take that shit, you make it hot. And you even take the bun and you put the mustard and cheese on one bun, you put the bun and the ham on the other side and you put it in the oven, just let it all get warm, you slap it together and eat that. I love a good hot ham and cheese.
I mean,
and they're hard
classic.
They're hard to fuck
classic.
up.
You know, get a piece of ham, get some cheese, put on some toast, some bread, throw it on the gutter. You know?
Yeah, they're hard to fuck up.
Cook it. Most of the time you cook it like a grilled cheese. You know, you cook your ham first, and then you put your bread down, and then just bam, throw your ham in there, and then put cheese on it. I mean, that's the thing about sandwiches. They're so universal. Right? So, I mean, yeah, we're going to pick our top 5 here.
Yeah.
But really, there's no winner in this situation because when you look at it they're all good. An Italian sub, it's not really any different than a ham and cheese, right?
Right.
A cheeseburger is not any different than a ham and cheese, but, you know.
I'm kind of even thinking back. So, ham and cheese wise, I'm kind of even thinking back to school lunches. They had that bullshit ham and that bullshit cheese.
Yeah.
And then you got to squirt your own mustard on it. Yeah. And it was all hot and delicious. I loved a good hot ham and cheese sandwich. It's so hard to fuck it up.
Oh, yeah.
It's so basic that it's so
unless
hard to
you
fuck
burn
it up.
Yeah, you're fine, all right?
Don't get it too hot.
Put some ham, some bread, some cheese, some mustard in my mouth.
You don't get it too hot.
Or you soak it in water. Other than that, but the ham's probably still good.
Yeah, that one's not pulling any stops, but it was delicious and I love them.
All right. I think for my number 4, I'm going to go with a French dip.
Oh, French dips are dope. Yeah. I love French dip.
So there's not really a categorized meat you really have to follow this one into. I mean,
yeah, a good roast beef.
Good roast beef.
I love it with the best I've ever had was with shaved prime rib.
Yeah, right. I mean, it can be. You can consider a French rib shaved prime rib sandwich. You consider it a shaved filet sandwich if you want. You know, you can use whatever meat you want. As long as you got nice quality shaved meat in there.
Well, even if you get those dumb steakums from the fucking freezer, that's gonna be good.
Right. You melt some. Well, you cook off some onions and mushrooms, and you put that on it. Mm-hmm. And then you melt some cheese on it.
Usually a white cheese.
Yeah, normally white cheese like a provolone again, or mozzarella, or good mozzarella.
Yep.
And you toast that bun, and you toast everything. Everything's toasted. Everything's hot.
And then whatever juice that you cooked your meat in,
you make that into your dipping sauce.
It's your au jus.
Yeah. So you're dipping in the meat juice. Yeah.
And then you're usually kind of more of a chewy bread.
Yeah, oh definitely.
But then it gets soggy with the dip. Oh man.
And
oh my god.
I mean, I'm taking horseradish cream sauce with that all day too as well.
I would put that as
smear that inside the bun.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then you get the old dipper. The old big dipper. I don't even know what constellations are, but I know the big dipper. If we're talking au jus.
I love my meat, and I love it in a sandwich. You put some meat, cheese, onions, mushrooms together. I'm already in heaven. Then give me its own sauce to dip it in. And then give me a little horseradish cream sauce kick to it. I got nothing else to say about it.
I love a good. I wish it was higher. I wish I would have picked it first. I'm picking all these basic bitches.
If you don't like a French dip,
then go fuck yourself.
All right, guys. See you guys.
If you don't chew Big Red, go fuck yourself.
And fuck you. Yeah, I gotta go with French dip. It's got to be my number 4.
Ooh.
I mean, it could have been way higher on my list.
Yeah, that. But I'm still gonna stick by mine.
I'm getting hungry right now, brother. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, I want a French dip right now.
All right, Steve. What's your number 5?
Whew. I'm gonna go with. You ever eat peanut butter and pickles?
Can't say I have.
That's delicious.
I mean,
And I'm talking. Okay, so I'm gonna be very specific about this. Get you some regular white bread.
okay.
Creamy or crunchy, no matter what, whatever kind of peanut butter you want, and then hit some dill pickles on that bitch.
Sweet or not? Or well, dill.
Dill,
So
yeah,
not
so salty,
sweet,
yeah, salty, briny dill pickles. I've never tried it with the sweet. I'm sure still probably good, but that was one that my grandma, and this one like rings true to my soul. I guess I don't know. My grandma talked about it, and I'm like, ew, gross, Grandma. That sounds stupid. And then she made me one, and I fucking love them. They're good. And then it takes me back to her, you know? Like, that's one of those, that's like that intimate food, you know?
Yeah.
More comfort food. Like, that takes me back, you know?
Well, I appreciate it. I mean, that's a good way to end.
Yeah.
It's definitely throwing the game for sure. Like,
Yeah.
you're throwing the game, but I'm gonna help you out.
What's that?
I'm gonna do the same. But here's my question:
Okay.
what kind of peanut butter did your grandma use?
Jif.
Just some good old Jif.
Yeah.
Good old dill pickles.
I think I've always usually used
Did
Jif.
you toast the bread? No.
Most of the time it was always straight, but I'm sure
straight
you
out of the
could-
bag. It's
yeah.
probably straight out of the bag.
Yeah, straight white bread
Just
out of the
making
bag.
sure you got your veggies.
Whether it's Nichols or Wonder or just straight white bread.
Oh, yeah, no, I can respect that. Have I tried it? No.
Oh, it's good.
Will I try it? Maybe, but you know what? I don't know what. Hell yeah. I don't know what.
Are you gonna make us some peanut butter and pickle sandwiches?
All right, we have
Sarah's gonna make us. We're gonna sample some peanut butter and pickle sandwiches.
I've been having a hankering craving lately. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's probably my body's lacking some kind of. It can't be sodium because
No.
it's too much salt. But
You have weird hankerings. I'll
like
tell you
sweet
what
pickles.
Hold on. I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah.
You have sympathy cravings.
No, this has been going on before she was pregnant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was
I
gonna
just
say.
love sweet pickles, and I'm like eating sweet pickles all the time.
Yeah. I was going to say, if you just have these weird hankerings now, like I got those when Sarah's pregnant, it's like, why do I want this? She's like, that sounds weird. I want that too. I'm like, okay, let's do that. Like,
no, I mean, it doesn't sound that weird to me. I can, you got sweet, savory on bread. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
It's
I
delicious.
don't see anything that can go wrong with that. I know a lot of people are going to be like, that's weird. But then I've also heard people making other weird things that are way more weird. Than
Right.
That. So to me, at least you got some substance in there. Right? You got some
Right.
veggies in there. You got whatever. So you
And I got-
helping you out.
my grandma introduced me, so
All right. So I'm going to go.
what's your final sandwich?
I'm going to end up with my grandpa's famous combination sandwich.
G-Pod's famous
Yeah.
combo.
My grandpa Jack Adams, his favorite combination sandwich, or his famous, sorry, not favorite, his famous combination sandwich.
Okay.
Okay. So he always grew a little garden out back behind the house.
Yeah.
He had beautiful tomatoes out back there. So just imagine the setting, okay? Everybody's sitting down around, grandma and grandpa cooking. Somebody's toasting bread in the toaster, okay? So we got that white bread toasting.
like standard white
Yep.
bread.
Yep.
Okay.
Grandpa's frying up the main ingredient, Spam.
Spam's good.
They take a couple cans of Spam out. They cut them up into slices. Be frying Spam up so you get Spam on toasted bread with American cheese, fresh tomato from the garden, salt and peppered,
Mm-hmm.
fresh piece of lettuce,
Mm-hmm.
and then they just spread a little mayonnaise on that bread. I thought that was the best sandwich in the world when I was a kid.
That sounds really dope.
Literally thought it was the best sandwich in the world. When I was
That
a
sounds
kid.
dope.
Well, basically, it's just a Spam sandwich. Hey, bring it in. Sarah's bringing it in. All right, we got pickles and peanut butter, guys. Pickles and peanut butter. We got to try it.
This is Nichols bread, Jeff peanut butter, and just
Nichols bread, peanut butter, pickles. Let's get
regular
it a try.
pickles.
What kind of talk?
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to talk because of peanut butter.
It's so much peanut butter.
What's the Got Milk commercial? Aaron Burr.
Too much peanut butter?
Oh no, it's perfect. I love it.
I just took a way too big a bite. It works.
Oh, I love it.
It's not a top fiver, but it works.
Oh, it's top fiber. I love it. You want some?
So I'll continue on with my grandpa's spam sandwich. It was grandpa's secret combination sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
And we never batted an eye to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everybody nowadays bats. You say spam, they are terrified. But grandparents grew up through the Great Depression. Spam was one of the things that got people through the Great Depression.
Was the meat of the Great Depression.
Hawaii is one of the biggest meats in, not Hawaii. Spam is one of the biggest meats in Hawaii.
Yeah.
I was there. You go to the gas station, you get spam musubi. It was delicious. Delicious. People are afraid of it. There's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
It's just
Spam's awesome.
It's just fat and scrap off of cows and pigs or whatever it is.
Yeah, I fry spam for my boys all the time. They love it.
Oh, it's so good. So good. So yeah. You pay homage to your grandma. I'm gonna pay homage to my grandpa.
And there we go.
And that's how we end it. But yeah. So just to recap, I got cheeseburger, Reuben, Italian sub, French dip, and Grandpa's favorite,
Grandpa's combo.
And Steve, you have grilled cheese, peanut butter and jelly, pulled pork sandwich, hot ham and cheese, and PB and pickles, Grandma's recipe.
What's is there any honorable mentions?
Is there a sandwich you hate?
No.
No, sandwiches are all good, right?
I don't hate a lot of food.
So I will mention this. Something a little bit different that I don't think most Americans know. So I'll throw this out there. I spent 3 months in Australia when I was there. It was funny when every time they made sandwiches, before you even put your toppings on it, they buttered the bread.
Yeah.
That's a European thing. It's an overseas thing. They butter their bread no matter what.
That's why, honestly, so PB&J's I learned from my grandma and grandpa, and peanut butter and pickles. They all had butter. Like I didn't include, but I felt like that was they buttered the bread and then they put the toppings on.
Yeah, then you put your toppings.
Yeah,
on. You butter it first, and then you put toppings on.
And they were like second gen immigrants too.
Yeah, I think maybe health concerns and stuff. We got away from that. I don't know what
Right.
it is, but or maybe butter got more expensive. I don't know what it is, but yeah,
Right.
that was one thing. They buttered their bread every time they had a sandwich,
Yep.
and then they put their mustard, ketchup, mayo, on. Blah blah blah.
Yep,
But yeah, butter always.
butter was always there.
And then I had Vegemite. That is
Never
an interesting
had,
thing.
Yeah.
We need to bring that on the show one time and try it. So,
Do we have to order that online, or do we have to order?
Yeah,
it
we'll
from a
probably have to
special
order it
place?
online for sure. But yeah,
Let's try some Vegemite.
do you have an honorable mention or anything? Oh, actually, let me throw out one honorable mention. I'm
Okay.
gonna throw out to the shrimp po' boy or any kind of po' boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give seafood a little favor in here because seafood.
Po' boys are dope.
Want a
I can't do
sandwich?
shrimp, but I do whitefish
Yeah.
po' boy.
There's not a lot of seafood sandwiches. You know, you get your crab cake sandwich or you got your po' boys. It's
And that's
not a
normally
ton,
like a
you know?
harder, crustier bread. You got slaw in there, like a good like Cajun like mayo
Yeah.
sauce, and then the seafood.
Or your lobster roll.
Yeah, I can't eat
Sorry,
those either,
Steve.
motherfucker.
I'm sorry.
I
I
can't
know.
eat those.
That's why I didn't pick them. I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
One thing we didn't bring up a BLT.
Oh, good BLT.
Love a
sandwich.
good
Yeah,
BLT with
yeah,
good fresh garden
yeah.
tomatoes.
Sure. Absolutely.
And then one question I wanted
Mhm.
is a hot dog considered a sandwich,
I think so.
or would it be a taco?
No, it's a sandwich because it's in bread. If you make it into a tortilla,
Okay,
a corn based shell,
I got you.
I would say
Then it's a taco.
it's a taco.
Because then here's the other thing, and it doesn't belong on the list, but technically, pizza is an open-faced sandwich?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's
bread.
You can fold it in half.
Without a
taco. But then is it a taco?
Huh?
I guess with my theory, it's not a taco.
No.
Right?
So here's the thing. Pizza's an open-faced sandwich, but if you put another piece on, then it's definitely a regular sandwich. But if you close it,
you know what?
then it's a calzone.
It's not our place to think that much,
stromboli,
Steve. It's not our place to think that much.
Well, we have to ask the hard questions here.
All right. Well, asking the hard question, no, it's still mother pizza, okay?
It's pizza. Hot dog's a hot dog. It's not a taco.
Yeah. We've made these names up for them anyways, so let them be.
Right.
Let them be.
Let's move on and let's try some of this Jim Beam apple. Where's my shot glass? There it is. I've never had this. Have you?
Yes, I have.
Oh, I've had like apple. I've had Crown Apple, but I've never had.
Oh, you poor self.
I've never had its stepsister.
I keep seeing Steve stare at the rest of this peanut butter and pickle sandwich. He wants
I
it
am.
so bad.
That's what I love.
He's looking at it.
I love PB and Picks.
He's like, wait, you gonna eat that? I've seen his left hand literally go like twice at it.
I'll eat that off camera because it makes for bad when I'm sitting there.
No, I get another bite, but that's fine. All right, let's try
cheers.
this.
Let's try this. Yeah, it tastes like every other apple whiskey. Is there anything special about this?
It almost has more of a caramel apple to it. And that might just be the Jack Daniels, the caramelization.
I get what you're saying. It is more caramel.
I would
as compared to like Crown Apple. It's
a 6 out of 10 for
same.
me. I would give Crown Apple taste better.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a half thumb.
Half thumb for Steve. So there you go, folks. I'm a 6 out of 10. Steve's a half thumb. So it's right in the middle.
Half thumb.
You like it. It's just right there in the middle. So don't hate it. Not gonna buy it again. Probably.
Don't get it twisted. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big apple whiskey fan, so I probably will never buy it again.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. If you like that kind of stuff, yeah, definitely try it. But not 100% on it. So
right.
All right.
So let's close this bitch out. Check out Sam Mosley of Mosley Around.
Yeah, please do, guys.
He's a good dude.
Find him on Spotify. Download his song. Drop
Great
some
music.
stuff. Find his Facebook. Drop some likes.
Great music.
And the normal with us, find us on our all social media platforms.
Click all.
please.
Well, you can't click them, but here's the links to all the things.
You all have permission to share us anytime you want. We don't care.
Share the shit out of us.
Shout out to Brant. I saw on the way, your brother-in-law. He shared us on his Instagram. Said, "Hey, just catching up."
Bryant.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brian.
I'm like, who
I'm
the
sorry.
fuck's Brant?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Brian.
Yeah, sorry, Brian.
I knew that. I probably called you Brant a million times, but yeah, Brian.
That's Brian.
Brian shared us on the way over and just on his Instagram, and he's like, just catching up on the boys. Yeah, everybody check him out. So we always appreciate that. So
we love all
shout
the
out to
fan
him.
feedback.
Shout out to Brian.
Love all that shit.
Sorry about Brant. Man,
It's okay.
it's been a long night already. It's been a long week. Anyway, Steve, did you have a damn good time?
I did have a damn good time. Did you?
I had a damn good time.
Cool.
Let's cheers to that.
Let's slap these beers together.
And let's slap a little music on while we end out here.
Oh,
we're going to
yeah.
throw a
Hold
little Mosley on here to end it out, and we're going to let you guys listen to that.
Forgive me.
And I'm going to take another bite of this peanut butter pickle sandwich, and I'll let Steve finish the rest. And we're probably going to turn the camera off for the rest of
And
this
this is, you've heard it before, but you're going to hear it again. This is Machines by Mosley Around.
It's a banger. It is a banger.
Yeah, turn up.
Oh, yep, got it. Hang on 1 second. Sorry, guys.
It's dope.
Goddamn drinking share what we go slow. The vultures eat the flesh and I leave just the bones. Well, I'd rather walk away than return home, and I'm drinking way too much. Yeah, you got it, just drinking this way too much. Having trouble asking for direction, background my platform, incorrect corrections. I never asked you, answered my questions.